Hey everyone, this is a follow-up to our trust session that we just had. And look, I want us to remember a few things. Trust is a foundation of teamwork, and trust is a foundation of every good team. I mean, you think about the relationships where there's not trust, and you feel like, what's it like to communicate with those people? What's it like to be around those people you don't trust? And that's on the personal side, but when you take that to work, that's what it's like to work on a team where there's no trust. I mean, on a team where there's no trust, you've got politics, you've got people doing the whole CYA thing. I mean, all those things just wear on you, and wear you out as a leader, wear you out as a team member. Everybody gets worn out when there's no trust on a team. And you know, guys like authors like Patrick Lencioni and Stephen Covey and Ken Blanchard have all written books on the topic of trust. And that's why we made this one whole session just about trust. And we talked about the 5 steps. The 5 steps for a leader to build trust on their team. The first step is for the leader to trust, to be trusting. In other words, to trust first. You know, the point was, everybody wants to be trusted. There's not many people out there who say, oh, I don't want to be trusted. Everybody wants to be trusted, but most people don't feel trusted at work. So when you have something that everybody wants, but people feel like it's hard to get, guess what? It's valuable to them. So when you trust first, people tend to act in a trustworthy manner because they don't want to lose something that they've been given, which is that trust. Don't make them earn it. Don't go through all that. That doesn't build up a team. That tears down a team. The second thing we talked about is being consistent. As a leader, we need to be consistent. We need to know what we stand for. All right? If you know deep down inside what you stand for, then hey, you know what? It makes it a lot easier to make decisions. You're not going to get blown left or right by whichever the way the wind blows. Oh, well, in this situation we need to do this. In this situation we need to do that. No. When we're consistent because we know what we stand for, we have the same values that we run all our decisions through, and we can make consistent decisions. And that means our people will be able to understand and know, hey, in this situation, Dave's probably going to do this because that's what he stands for. The third thing is to be fair. Remember, I said I'm not talking about equality, I'm talking about being fair. How can we be fair to people? All right, we don't treat everybody equally. A leader who does that has punted. They don't even think. You don't have to think to treat everybody equally, but you do have to think to treat everybody fairly. So focus on being fair instead of just being equal. And the fourth thing is to be available, be seen and be heard. Too many leaders stay in their office all day and their people never see them. If you have to, block time out to get out of your office and go visit with people. Have conversations, yes, about work, but about some other things. And also, be heard. Make sure people hear from you on a regular basis. Over-communicate. Remember that story about the people on the airplane taking over the airplane because the pilot doesn't let them know often enough why they're being delayed on the runway? That's what we're talking about. Without communication, trust breaks down. So, over-communicate. The last one is be accountable. No excuse, sir. The worst thing in the world is for a leader who makes excuses. That's going to tear down a team in a heartbeat. Now, my challenge to you is, what are you going to do as you go back through your notes and you talk about and you look at the things that we talked about as far as trust goes, and we look at some of those exercises. Maybe you're going to do the personal history exercise with your people. Maybe you're going to do that team effectiveness exercise where you looked at the strengths and the weaknesses that I've done with so many organizations and had tremendous results with that. I want you to challenge you to do something with this. Don't take this knowledge that you picked up and just let it sit between your ears. Knowledge is worthless unless you apply it. So apply it somewhere here this week. I look forward to seeing you at our next session. Have a great day.